So we've been doing this journey twice a year for 8 years. I mean, we've done this journey. This journey takes us to Châtellerault, which is where we join the A10 that ultimately we travel up to Calais when we go across to the UK. But this journey is my 6-monthly rheumatology appointment visit, and I started going there in November 2016, and we've just missed some really lovely ancient buildings that I wish I'd got the camera on for. If I remember on the way back, I'll film them. Oh, it's changed, hasn't it, here?
Yeah. The bridge is open.
The bridge is open finally. The bridge has been closed for a year or two, I think. So it's a bit confusing because there were barriers there, all the red and white barriers, and they've all gone. So quite lucky with the weather, because we've had a lot of early morning fog and freezing conditions the last couple of days, and today is quite mild. It's 8, and the fog has lifted, as you can see, or we've been able to see as we've travelled, banks of fog that are now lifted. Mark let the fire go out last night because we were getting really warm, so he'll relight that later. He's got kine this afternoon. Neither of us have slept very well. We've had a really crap night, so I think we will be siestering later after lunch before we go out again for kine. I'm not looking forward to my rheumatology appointment. The secretary said to me on Friday on the phone to bring a mask, and I'm thinking, oh God, that means she's going to be wearing a mask, and I can't understand her very well anyway, and if I can't read her lips, I'm stuffed. So I'm just going to check out, really. I've written her, I normally write her a letter to make sure that she understands, but she reads it really quickly, and I don't think she takes it all in. And then I don't know how many times I've said to her, or written on the bottom of the letter, I didn't write this, Deepal wrote it. She doesn't seem to take that in, and I'm sure she thinks I understand way more than I do. So if my French was really good, it wouldn't worry me, this appointment. It wouldn't bother me, because I could, say what I need to say and hear what she says. So eventually what happens is, towards the end, she dictates to her software. So it's a software on her computer that types, that writes what she's dictating, and she dictates it in front of me. So it's at that point I start to understand what she's been going on about. And hopefully this time she won't be as distracted. Last time she and her colleague came downstairs, or came through into the room and wanted an article from one of the journals, and she got distracted by that and was telling me a story about, I think it was about the pharmacist at the hospital, something or other, and going on about the pharmacist at the hospital and la 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 la, chatting away, but sort of completely distracted from my appointment. And then I don't know who wrote my prescription, but it was wrong. So I have an injection once a week. So I can only pick them up once a month, and they have to be ordered, and I get 4, and then when they run out, I then get another 4. Well, this time the prescription's been written wrong, so each time I've been picking up 8 injections, not 4. I mean, the last time I didn't pick them up, I didn't order them because I realised, caught on, because it looked a lot and I hadn't worked out what was going on. So I got quite a lot of injections anyway in the fridge at the moment. But I need her to make sure the prescription's written correctly. It's a really nice morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this at all.
No.
Got wind and rain forecast for tomorrow. That stuff that you've had going across the UK is coming this way, I think, tomorrow. Somebody in the comments on one of the vlogs has said that I've got, was it TDS, Trump Delusional Syndrome? Says that I hope that you're going to get professional help for that. And I'm thinking, I hope you're going to get professional help when you realise that you need it. I've joined Blue Sky, and it's really comfortable there at the moment. I'm sure eventually it will become, I hope it doesn't become like Twitter. It shouldn't do, because I hope and expect that they won't do what Musk did and started getting people, offering them a chance to be verified by paying, and then you'd get some really horrible people on there with a blue tick who weren't anybody. But I joined Blue Sky on Saturday, and there was a story on there this morning of a group of Muslims who realised they've been played. And it's just like, you didn't read the memo. We told you about it, we shared it with you, but you didn't read it. It's astonishing. And of course there's going to see more and more of that. People suddenly realising that they're fucked. I think there's other posts going around about Blue Sky is a liberal echo chamber, and people are saying, yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Really nice not to have all the toxicity. And I think a couple of people have tried to join Tommy Robinson, Britain First, and they've both been blocked. So that's really lovely.
it's here, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. If right's that way.
It is. Well, last time I checked, it was.
Well, yeah, but we know me. I don't know my right from my left. Not every day, anyway. Only on alternate days. Frightening the learner driver with his broom.
This is the first lesson.
Very slow, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, then it starts speeding up again.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit scary if it is your first lesson.
Yeah, true.
Are we? Well, I think I wanted to leave early just in case we were having to drive
Yeah.
through fog. I'd rather be early than late.
Yeah.
Oh, lorry's gone wrong. Well, that's a shame. Oh, he's going to reverse. Oh my God.
Jesus.
People behind him.
Fire, just carry on down. Sort it out.
We'll find a way out, yeah.
Yeah. He's getting out.
He wasn't French, I
Gotta
think.
remonstrate with the man behind you.
I think he was Spanish.
That's a poor excuse.
Oh, there's a moon up there.
Is it this one or the next?
Hmm?
It's the next, isn't it?
Straight over here. Yeah. Oh. It's at the hand roundabout that you want.
Yeah.
The yellow hand that isn't there. It's this one, I think.
Seems like
Yeah,
it.
it's this one. It looks so different without the yellow hand. The Gilet Jaune burnt the yellow hand was an art installation. So it's no longer there. Well done, that man. I think it's just up beyond those parked cars and right. You park facing the doors rather than facing that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming to do.
Tell a joke.
You want that joke?
That joke, I wonder whether you remember it. We've not heard it, said it for a long time.
Where's it go?
I said to you, do you remember it? And you said yes, and now you're wondering.
I have to assemble it a bit.
Okay.
There's a chap, you know, the war started, and the chap joins up, and, you know, they're getting fitted out with kit, and he's somewhere towards the back of the queue. So he's in the queue for uniforms, and about 10 blokes ahead of him, they start running out of uniforms. By the time he gets to the counter, they hand across several sacks and a piece of string. And he says, "What's this then?" We said, "Well, look, this is wartime. We have to make do with what we can. This is going to be your uniform. You put the sacks round, you tie it there with string. That'll do for the moment. If you have faith, we will be victorious." Oh, okay then. So he's carrying this kit, this stuff, and he goes into the armory to pick up his weapon. And unfortunately, it's the same thing with rifles. About 15 blokes ahead of him, they've run out of rifles. By the time he gets to the counter, they give him a piece of string, a bread knife, and a stick.
I think they just give him a stick the first time.
And they say, "Look, it's wartime. We are short of everything. We have to fight with what we've got. If you have faith, we will be victorious. Tie that knife to the piece of wood, and that'll do with it." So he goes, all right. And he picks up other bits and pieces of kit. And eventually he's out on practice, and they're practicing bayonet drill. You know, they've got the sacks tied up. They have to go and stab. And, you know, all the earlier blokes are better kitted out. They've got an actual rifle with a bayonet on it, and they run screaming at the sacks and go stabbity, stabbity, stab, and that's okay. And he's saying, "What am I supposed to..." Sergeant says, "You run at that boy and you stab it and you scream and you shout. If you have faith, we will be victorious." So he runs at it, and he's sacking tied around his waist, and his bread knife stuck on a piece of wood, and stabs it and screams and eventually they get out to the front, and they're in the trenches, and a load of enemies start coming over. So the sergeant shouts, "Squad, fire!" And he says, "What am I supposed to do then with a stick, with a bread knife on it?" "You shout, bang." "What? If you have faith, we will be victorious. You shout, bang." So he goes, bang.
Bangity, bangity, bang.
Bangity, bangity, bang. And he notices a couple of the soldiers fall down. He's, oh, okay. So he keeps doing this, bangity, bangity, bang. And the sergeant says, "Right, out, forward." And they climb out of the trenches and start running forward. He's still in his sacking with his bread knife on a piece of wood. And there's a few more enemy soldiers. He goes bangity, bangity, bang. They fall down. And he notices there's one soldier just walking towards him slowly. So he aims his piece of wood and he goes bangity, bangity, bang. Nothing happens. The enemy guy just keeps walking. Then he goes bangity, bangity, bang, and nothing. Then he tries stabbity, stabbity, stab. Nothing happens. The bloke just keeps walking and walks over him, treads him into the ground. And as the bloke's walking across him, he hears the enemy sergeant going, "Tankety, tankety, tank."
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Dear me.
We'll do a joke vlog one day.
You threatened that before.
We will, if we can remember them all. Okay, that's the end. It's 5 to 10. I've still got 20 minutes yet.